What's going on, YouTube? What's your name, Jay? Checking in. This is almost like an all-black video in a sense, but I got this one light right here. I could turn it on back there, or turn it on like this and that. But fuck all that. I'm gonna do it like that. But checking in, man. I've come to a realization, and I've said this before, but I don't think I really believed it. I think I just said it because it sounded good, but I'm really believing this now, man. As of right now, in this very moment, I'm not ready to own a truck. I'm not gonna say not even close. I'm sure even some people will probably say that in the comment. But I'm just not. I think I'm still too emotional. Even though I've gotten a lot of better control of my emotions. I don't think that I know as much as I like to think that I know. And I just think that I just don't think I'm ready. Point blank, period. I just do not think that I am ready to put a truck note in my name. I just don't. And then on top of that, man, I just, with this new position that I'm doing in the tank driving, I really don't think that I need to. At least not right now, Oftentimes we get so caught up, and it's so funny because B Smooth touched on this in a video he did. We have turned owner-operator and more popular fleet owner into a popularity contest. Like, it just seems like, and it was so funny because I remember back in like 2016 when pretty much everybody was company drivers. I think the only lease operators I knew back then was D-Raj, LaShawn, and Woody, I think, was leasing back then. But everybody else was company drivers. Me, Trucker Brown, Chasing Andrew Jackson, Jada Trucker, everybody else was Sinister, Little Dog, Little Guy, Ike Stevens. No, Ike Stevens was a lease operator. But everybody was company drivers. Miss Diva, everybody was company drivers. And then all of a sudden, something happened where everybody and their mama just decided that leasing was the thing to do, and it turned into more of a fad than a business decision, And a lot of people failed, myself included. I was leasing once at Swift Transportation, and I made bad decisions with my money. The actual lease itself at Swift wasn't a bad thing, but the way I managed the money I made was bad, and I think that's what people be missing. The lease could be perfect, the money could be perfect, but if you just ain't mentally and financially ready to handle that type of money, it's inevitable. It just is, man. Take it from a guy who knows, And as I just sit back and I really ask myself, what do I want from trucking? I think a lot of us come out here and forget what we came into trucking for. When we first went through CDL school, man, none of us knew what lease operator was, owner operator was. I know for me, I can't speak for nobody else. For me, when I went through CDL school, man, I just came into trucking to change my family's life. That's it. I just wanted to make money, and more money than I had been making, and I have accomplished that. So now it's just kind of just a situation where it's like, I'm focusing more on just being consistent. You know what I mean? The 3.5 to 4 years I've been a truck driver, I haven't been the most consistent guy. I know we laugh and joke about it, call me flip-flop and all that, but it's the truth, man. And it's just like, how can I even begin to want to start a business and buy a truck and talk about starting a fleet and trying to build a fleet like that? Like, it's a microwave mentality, man. It's just like you want something and you want it right then and there. You don't want to put the time in. You don't want to slow cook it. You don't want to put it on the stove top and then take it and put it on the grill so it's tender and juicy and moist. No, we want to throw it in the microwave. We want it right then and there, right then and there, right then and there. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work like that, man. Shit like this just don't work like that. Anything good takes time, man. Anything that comes quickly just as quicker. And you can tell by a lot of these YouTubers, and that's not throwing no shots at anybody who have started a lease or a fleet and failed, but that's just the reality of it, man. You know, hey, I mean, like B Smooth said, man, you can learn a lot from a fool. And I don't think that everybody who has failed is a fool, but they may have done foolish things. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to be a fool, man. I just don't want to do foolish things. And I just feel like, you know, my biggest concern for me, business-wise, is money management. Personal-wise, is my health. And I think those take priority over anything else. You know, I don't... The fuck if I buy a truck and I die in 3 years of a heart attack? I mean, you know, that's just... That'd be stupid. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I've been dwelling on this for a while and, you know, talking. It's so funny because I you know, D-Rods, we laugh and joke, but that's my mans and we talk. And he tells me all the time, man, you ain't ready for this. And I used to think that he was joking. I used to think that he was belittling me, thinking I just wasn't capable of doing what he does. But, you know, the more I talk to him, the more I realize, like, he's just trying to look out for me. Like, it's a lot, man. Watching how my boss was dealing with this new contract and, you know, how he kind of was stressing at the beginning of this contract and, you know, watching D-Raj and how he deals with his situations with his drivers and just watching fleet owners fail and just looking at everything that goes into it, man. It's a lot, man. And I just do not think that I'm ready for that type of responsibility right now. I just don't. That's not to disrespect myself. That's not to doubt myself, but it's just being real, man. Sometimes you just got to sit back and you just got to call it what it is, which is a spade. You just got to call a spade, man. And a lot of y'all are being unrealistic with yourselves. And I'm just not trying to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think I don't see me buying a truck no time soon. When I first started this butane haul, I was like, oh man, with the money I can make, I'll buy a truck next year. But really, why put that pressure on myself, man? If I can make a consistent, you know, $1,500 to $2,000, man, I can do plenty with that with the right money management, you know. And as far as a fleet, I don't know if I ever want a fleet, man. That just seems like a lot of work. That just seems like a lot. You know, at 28 years old, 28-year-old Jay just doesn't seem like anything attractive to me. You know, who knows what happened at 30, 31, 32. But at 28, I see myself more so being in a situation where I don't buy a truck this year, of course. I don't buy a truck in 2020, but maybe 2021 I go get me something nice like a Peterbilt or a Kenworth. And I just keep pulling this butane for years and years and just do that. You know, do my 8 months on a butane and then 4 months of maybe driving a reefer just to pay the bills and just chill, man, and enjoy life. You know, maybe look at other business ventures. But that fleet ownership, man, I just can't see it right now, man. You know, again, you never know what the future may hold 2-3 years from now. Who knows? You know, you never know. But I just can tell you right now, with me trying to rebuild my trucking career and rebuild my financial status, man, I just don't want to make no bad moves, no impulsive moves, no emotional moves, and I just don't want to make the mistakes that so many have made, where they just feel like they have to own a truck to make money instead of being patient and finding a gig that fits them. They can make money as a company driver, you know what I'm saying? So, because honestly, with the money that I'm making now, if I go buy a truck, I pretty much be still making the same money, because I mean, it wouldn't make sense to, if as an owner operator you making $4,000 a week take home, you're not gonna touch all that, you know what I mean? Then you doomed to fail. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just what's on my mind, man. It just came across my shit as I, you know, just been thinking about it over the last couple of weeks, man. I don't want to put that pressure on myself to like, oh man, I gotta buy a truck next year. I gotta buy a truck. Nah, I don't. I really don't. I'll buy a truck if I buy a truck when the time comes. Maybe I'll never own a truck. I know plenty of guys that are company drivers and have been company drivers for a while, and you know, it's a saying I hear going around: not every owner operator has a lot of money, and not every company driver is broke as you think. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of company drivers out here, and they haven't been at their companies for no 30, 40 years. I'm talking about guys who've only been in trucking maybe 5 to 10 years as company drivers, man, and they living just fine. They living decent lives. Versus I know people who've been owner operators for less than 5 years and they hurting. they struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, they struggling. They borderline about to have to give up their shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they just, you know, rushed into it. And I don't want to make that mistake, man. So that's just what's on my mind, man, you know. That's what's on my mind. I just want to perfect my craft as a tank driver. I want to perfect this butane thing. I want to continue to build my relationship with the Connect and my boss, and just, you know, and just work on that. One step at a time, man. You can't jump over step 3 to get to step 10. You got to take each step. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Step. You got to go in order, man. I just don't want to skip any steps. I don't want to try to rush anything. I've done that. I rushed into that lease and it was going good, but I just wasn't, you know, they always, for my Christian folk, you know, they always say you can't really appreciate it. You can't really get another blessing until you appreciate what you got. And I think a lot of times we get a blessing and then we just looking for the next one and the next one and then the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. We never take the time to really appreciate each one as they come. We get ungrateful with it, and then when you get ungrateful, you don't appreciate it, and then you lose it. You lose it, man. And I just don't want to lose the blessings that I have gotten, because I mean, for me to have taken as many L's and setbacks that I've taken in trucking, with the tickets, being fired, you know, barely passing DOT physicals, just all that stuff, and to still be here, man, who am I to say, oh, this isn't enough? Who am I to say I want more? It's ungrateful after a certain point, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, I don't know, that's just what I'm realizing, man. I just don't want to I don't want to chase and try to become something that I'm really not. I just want to be Jay. I want to be happy. I want my family to be happy. And if I can do that as a company driver for now, why rush? I'm not saying I never want to be an owner-operator. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying I don't want to rush to be an owner-operator. Just don't. So that's just how I feel, man. That's just how I feel. So what you want me to do? As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. Remember, take care of your hustle. Hustle take care of you. I'm gone.